Hi, this is Adam. This is another Eye on North Carolina blog. We're here in Durham, North Carolina, and I'm here with Hope Animal Rescue. They do such an amazing work with rescuing animals and dogs like Lita here, who are so cute. Anyways, I'm here with Ashley, the co-founder, who's going to tell us more about this wonderful organization and everything that they do. Ashley, it's a pleasure.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So when did you guys start, and what's kind of your mission?
Well, Hope Animal Rescue was founded in February of 2013. Our mission was to lessen the killing of shelter animals in North Carolina. You know, we have a really bad problem with the number of animals that are killed here. A lot of them are killed via gas chambers. It's a really awful experience for them, so we really wanted to step in and do what we could to make a different outcome for them.
That's great. And are you guys just located in the Triangle area, or you travel all over the state?
We travel all over the state. We have fosters in North and South Carolina now. We have about 20 fosters as it sits right now, and we go from Cleveland County. We're going there today to rescue 8 puppies. They're about 3.5 hours away. And then the other side of the state, Columbus County, is a big shelter that we rescue from quite a bit. And they're also 3.5 hours away. So we really go everywhere. Durham APS, the Animal Protection Society of Durham, they're very close and local, and that's a great way to help too. But we really like to spread sort of what we can do out and really help as many animals as possible.
Right, and how do you hear about puppies being rescued? I mean, puppies that need to be rescued. Do you get phone calls from individuals who are like, there are a group of puppies here who need help, we need them to be rescued, and how does the process work?
Well, it's funny, we do get a lot of phone calls saying, you know, there's this dog that's going to be euthanized, can you help? And if we have fosters, we always try to do what we can. Really, the biggest asset that we have is Facebook.
Right.
We are following all of the shelter pages in North Carolina, and they release pictures of those that are likely to be euthanized soon. And we look at them, say, okay, who can we get a foster for? And then we go and pick them up as soon as we can. We get all of our animals vetted, we take care of them, we put them in foster homes until they're adopted, we don't put anyone in boarding. So really fosters are our lifeline to keep the rescue going.
And what are your numbers so far, quarterly, yearly, of how many dogs you have rescued?
Well, we've been a rescue for a little over a year now, and in that year we've rescued over 200 dogs and placed them into adopted homes. It's been amazing. It's taken off more than we could have imagined.
I bet.
It's very rewarding.
Do you have any like doggy events where you get a couple of the dogs with, you know, their owners coming together for some celebration or anything like that?
Actually. We have foster sort of appreciation nights every once in a while. We're constantly having adoption events. And actually, last weekend was the first weekend in 2 years that we hadn't had an adoption event. We typically have 2 or 3 events every single weekend, various places in the Triangle. So yeah, we do all we can to get them seen and adopted. And it's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
I bet, I bet. So if you have a puppy that hasn't been adopted yet, what's the average time that it does take for an owner to come in? Oh, I love this puppy, I want to...
It depends. So with puppies, they're typically scooped up right away.
Right.
Those are our easiest adopters. With seniors, with sort of the restricted breeds, Pit Bulls, German Shepherds, Rottweilers, that sort of thing, it can take a lot longer. The average time for our dogs in foster homes is about a month, but that does change. I had a Pit Bull actually I was fostering, her name was Bumblebee. She was at Cleveland County, it was a high kill gassing shelter. They've really done great things. But she was in the shelter with her 2 puppies and was going to be euthanized because Pit Bulls really don't stand a chance there, especially one with young puppies, that sort of thing. So I took her into foster, and she was with me for 8 months, and I sort of resolved that I would just keep her and she'd live with me. You know, I loved her to death, she was the greatest girl, and 8 months later she found the perfect home, and I get updates on her constantly. She's doing really, really well.
That's amazing, and I'm sure sometimes you guys get attached to these dogs, and so when you see them leave, you're happy for them, but at the same time, you're like, no, don't go.
It is. It's very bittersweet. You know, one of the things we hear the most is, oh, I can't foster because I couldn't let them go. And while I understand that more than anybody, I love Bumblebee. She was really, really hard for me. I think it has to be easier to know that you've saved a life and let them move on to their forever home than to know that they're going to die in a shelter because you can't let go.
Right.
So that's what I wish more people gave it a chance and understood that it is hard, but it's the most rewarding sacrifice that you can do for these animals.
I bet. And I know there's a lot of other organizations that are helping puppies. How do you guys differentiate yourself out there?
Well, we try not to rescue. There are a lot of rescues that sort of go for the most adoptable, the ones that would likely get adopted in the shelters. We take on all of the rescues. We've had 5 heartworm positive cases in our rescue at one time. We do the seniors, we do the pit bulls. We really try and make a broad span of who we rescue and not just get those that are likely adoptable and sort of in and out quickly. We do take on the difficult cases, which you can only do what you can do, but we try our very hardest to always have a senior in our rescue, always have the place dog in our rescue, and really help the ones that really have no other chance, whether behavioral issues or medical issues. We really try and focus on those.
Amazing, and you guys definitely have this process down packed with each and every step. So how did you and your mom get into this?
Oh gosh, that's a hard question to answer. It was a long process. This has been sort of a few years coming. We knew that we wanted to make a difference. We knew that shelter animals were dying in great numbers. So what we did is we volunteered with Established Rescue for about a year. We helped get that off the ground. We learned so much in our first year, and then kind of thought that we had enough knowledge to set out on our own and do things how we really wanted to do it.
From the grassroots level, that's amazing. You started from the bottom and you build your way up, and that's amazing.
Yeah, when we first started, it was my mom and I, and that was it. And we drove to Columbus County and rescued a pit bull puppy and a border collie puppy that had an injured leg. He was going to be euthanized because his leg was hurt. And those were our first 2 rescues. We didn't know what we were doing, but we knew we were going to save them and get them homes, and that's where it all started from. And now, 200 dogs later, we're doing really well.
200.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big number.
It is.
That's amazing, and I'm really happy that there's organizations like you guys out there, you know, helping dogs. I mean, you hear a lot of bad stories, and you know, I really appreciate the work that you guys do, and hopefully I can get a dog soon enough.
Yes.
I'm really excited. It's in the works.
Good.
And it's definitely a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, you too. Thank you so much.
And thank you for coming out. And you guys have to check out Hope Animal Rescue. They do a lot of great work. And this is another Eye on North Carolina blog, and we'll see y'all soon.